Paintenance Melbourne presents 9 rules for painting ceilings for a perfect finish. Painting ceilings the right way. There are certain rules to painting ceilings the right way. Make sure you do your preparation right and buy quality tools and materials. Follow established techniques to painting ceilings and you'll achieve the result you're after. Here are 9 rules or guidelines for painting ceilings. 1. Organise your equipment. Assemble all necessary equipment to paint your ceilings. These include drop sheets, ladder, paintbrush, painter's tape, roller and extension pole, and a tray for paint. 2. Get your room ready. Remove any furniture that you can from the room. If you can't remove it, then cover it well. 3. Remove ceiling lights and fixtures. Make sure you turn off power to any lights or fixtures at the fuse box before removing them. Place them in plastic bags along with any screws or fittings and set aside. 4. Clean and sand your ceiling. Next, clean your ceiling properly. Get rid of any mildew present. Remove cobwebs with a clean broom and wash the area with sugar soap. If your ceilings aren't textured, start with a quick once-over sand using 100 grit abrasive paper. Sanding helps create a perfectly smooth paint job and increases paint adhesion. Afterwards, wipe the ceiling with a damp sponge to remove the dust. 5. Tape it up. Apply painter's tape around cornices, edges and any downlights. If you're only painting a room ceiling, mask off the tops of the walls or the cornices with wide painter's tape. This will keep roller marks off the walls. Don't use narrow tape, which is not wide enough to prevent the paint roller from touching the wall. If you're painting the entire room, start with the ceiling. In this case, taping the walls should not be necessary. 6. Lay down drop sheets. Cover the floor and pieces of furniture too big to move with drop sheets. For the most effective protection, overlap the drop sheets by at least 30 centimetres or 12 inches. Tape drop sheets to skirting boards to ensure they stay in place. Use drop sheets or painter's tape to protect windows, doors and trim as needed. 7. Prime the ceiling. Prime the ceiling with a coat of ceiling primer, especially if your ceiling has stains. Apply stain blocking primer to cover any stubborn ceiling marks. Allow the primer to dry completely according to instructions. Before applying the paint with rollers, use a paintbrush to cut the corners or paint the edges where the ceiling meets the wall. Using a brush, paint around downlights and edges to create a border. Always use ceiling paint as opposed to wall paint. 8. Paint in sections with a roller. Roll your paint in square sections about 2 by 2 meters. Move quickly from one section to the next to make sure the paint along the edge doesn't dry before you roll the next section. This helps keep edges wet. It also allows you to see your progress and ensure an even coat. Keep loading your roller with ceiling paint from the paint tray. Roll the paint slowly. Begin rolling when the paint cut line is still wet. Begin in a corner. Roll in overlapping rows. Do not roll directly overhead. Vary the direction of your rolling slightly. A perfectly straight roll may show overlap marks. Continue rolling until the section is done. Continue applying paint, rolling out and blending with the cut-in edge and the previous section until the ceiling is complete. Wipe any drips or spatters immediately with a damp rag. 9. Apply 2 coats and clean up. If you are painting your ceiling a brighter colour or shade of white that needs to stand out, a second coat may be needed. Choose a paint that's specially formulated for ceiling application. You need paint that doesn't spatter, dries slowly and is flat rather than glossy. Allow your ceiling paint to fully dry before applying a second coat. Apply the second coat in one direction, painting quickly until the entire surface is covered. Once all coats have been applied, begin cleaning and tidying up. Paint rollers, brushes, paint trays and other supplies can be taken to a garage or laundry sink or large tub for washing. Gently remove any painter's tape when the paint is dry to the touch. Reattach ceiling light fixtures, put furniture back where it was, and pack up your drop sheets. When painting a ceiling, we recommend that you apply the same care and quality you would bring to any other paint job. If you need to paint tricky ceilings, such as textured or extremely high ceilings like cathedral ceilings, you should consider hiring a professional. For an interior painting quote, including ceiling painting, contact Paintenance Melbourne today. If you want to ask about a free quote, call Jono today on 0404 227 330. We hope that you enjoyed this video. You can read the full blog post at www.paintenancemelbourne.com.au.